So the president, as his embattled attorney general, could possibly be finding some common ground after the president and his advisors have been making clear that they want an investigation and they want an end into these leaks.
I want the attorney general to be much tougher on the leaks from intelligence agencies, which are leaking like rarely have they ever leaked before.
I think he's got a plan that he's put together. We have to crack down on leaks on a number of different fronts. We're going to try to hit a cultural reset on these leaks, not only here in the White House, but I'm going to be working with the agencies as well and the departments to do that.
It's a big job. So now Jeff Sessions may be giving the president some of what he's been asking for. Fox News is learning that he will reportedly launch an investigation and that it may already have been underway into those leaks. But will that be enough for them to find some common ground and potentially save his job? Sarah Huckabee Sanders hinted today that the attorney general might be safe. Watch.
Why doesn't he just ask him to resign or fire him? Why does he continue to just tweet about him instead?
Look, you can be disappointed in someone but still want them to continue to do their job, and that's where they are.
Continue in that job?
I think that I made clear last week that there comes a point he doesn't, he'll make that decision.
So here now, Fox News senior political analyst Brit Hume. Brit, good evening. Good to see you tonight. I want to play one more soundbite here. This is Corey Lewandowski on this topic as well, and then get your thoughts.
I don't think he's humiliating Jeff Sessions. Look, I think the president is going to have that conversation with Senator Sessions, and I know that the president's thankful for the work that Jeff has done.
Where do you think this is going, Brit?
I must say, Martha, I'm mystified by this. I've checked my memory, which, you know, may not be as good as it used to be, but it goes back a ways, and I can't find any parallel to this. I've never seen a president do this to a cabinet officer or a close advisor, ever. And Trump is President Trump is so unorthodox that it is just possible, Martha, that all he really wants to do here is to send some signals to Jeff Sessions to get him to move on some of these issues. I suspect, Martha, that the investigation that we believe that the Attorney General is going to announce into leaks has probably been underway for some time. I mean, some of these leaks are criminal. We've known that for a long time, and they're certainly worthy of investigation. And the effort that Anthony Scaramucci you heard describe, it seems to me to be a worthy undertaking as well. I don't think that would be something that the announcement timing is going to raise questions about whether he just did this to save his job. Right. You know, I doubt that's the case. But if the president is looking for a way to, you know, say that the attorney general is now back in his good graces, this might be it. It's very hard to assess this. I wish I could say to you, Martha, that the last time something like this happened, I remember it, and it turned out such and such a way. But I can't remember anything like this ever.
We've established that this is pretty unprecedented, this entire presidency. And I think a lot of people have said, you know, you just have to kind of throw out the background and the history on how these things go, because we're just living in a completely different environment now. And as you say, even if this has been something the Justice Department has been digging into for some time, if now they talk about the fact that they're investigating leaks, it puts him in a very difficult, awkward position, Jeff Sessions, because it's going to look like he's doing this to please the president, which is not really what his job is.
Well, let's see what he says about the inquiry and when it was launched and how long it's been going on, and I think we'll be able to make a better assessment of that at the time. We are existing in a media atmosphere in which everything that the administration does, with few exceptions, is going to be interpreted in the most negative possible light. So, you know, we have to guard against that. And one of the things that worries me about all this stuff that's been going on, Martha, is that I think that Mr. Trump is so different from any president we've ever seen before that we tend to read him as we would other presidents. For example, his continued irritation at the special counsel's investigation and his behavior about it makes you think, well, he must have something to hide. But you know, I don't think you can necessarily judge him that way. It may be that he's innocent, he knows he's innocent, and he just wishes these people would come out and say he's innocent the way he wanted Comey to, which Comey told him privately. So I think he's hard to understand. I don't think many of us understand him very well. Newt Gingrich has a whole book out attempting to understand him, and I'm not even sure that Newt, although he has some access to him, understands him very well either.
Yeah, I mean, I just find it fascinating when you look back at his history as a business person, and I think there are times that you could look at where he has kind of called somebody out in an effort to get that person in line.
Right.
But this is government. This is an attorney general. And as you pointed out, he's not his personal attorney. I mean, he's
No, he's not. I
representing the law enforcement arm of the United States government.
Right. And to the extent that an attorney general's job is to protect the president, it's to protect the president from doing illegal or unethical things. It is not to be his personal, as I put it, goalie to protect him from any investigation that may come in his direction. That's simply not the proper job of the attorney general. He's supposed to enforce the law without fear or favor, and that means without fear or favor regarding the president of the United States.
Yeah, but you make a great point about Mueller, because what we don't know is what the Mueller investigation has uncovered or what documents they've asked for from Trump. And he's obviously very irritated that he thinks it's extending beyond the bounds that it should be in, that it's going into his finances, and that it's going places that he thinks are not fair.
And we hear that, and it may be that the president knows what Mr. Mueller is getting into, or it may be that he doesn't. Because we don't have it on any real authority or any official authority that this is the direction in which Mr. Mueller is going. So it's all, this is all we're kind of groping here to figure out what's going on and why. And it's tough to get this right.
Thanks for the clarity on that, Brit.
Oh, yeah. Doing the best I can, Martha.
Oh, you're great. Thank you very much. Good to see you.